comes from China.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Points of Articulation. I'm your host Dave, and if you're new to the channel, welcome everybody. So as you can no doubt tell from our intro, today we're looking at something that came from China. Now usually I like to buy real Legos and real products, but come on, I love the Mandalorian. Anybody who's been watching my channel knows that ever since I saw Boba Fett's armor, he's been a fan favorite of mine. Jango Fett, all the different Mandalorians we saw in the Mandalorian show. I love it, and I don't know why. I just like the way the armor looks. Great stuff. So before us, we have all the Lego legit Mandalorians I own. We have the Mandalorian and Cara Dune from the AT-ST pack, and then we have some of the Mandalorians that came with the Mandalorian Battle Pack. Now, I liked these so much that I went on the internet and tried to find some past issued Mandalorians and sets, but sadly they cost a lot of money. So I turned to China, and they had a knockoff brand company that was selling minifigures for under $1, for some of them anyway, and I picked up a couple. So today the plan is we're going to open up this package together, look at these knockoff Lego Mandalorian figures, put them together, and then we're going to compare them to the real ones. Let's get started. Alright, let's get our box cutter, open this package up, and see what we have in here. I did order Ahsoka, I believe, but we'll see how that turns out. Holy smokes, there's stuff in here. Nice. So each one of these seems to come in a nice little poly bag with all different languages on there, warning and everything like that. So that's pretty neat. So let's get these open, and I'll put them together, and we'll see what I got today. Alright, so let me open one of these in front of you guys, and then I'll assemble them all off camera. Now, this one should be Jango Fett, or some sort of knockoff version of Jango. Here we have his head. Doesn't really look like Jango Fett at all. What are you gonna do, though? Now, usually they come in different pieces, like this, but this one's together, so that's pretty cool. The arms are separate, so let me plug all this in. Get his gloves or hands, whatever you want to call them. Get the other side. These are a little tough to get in, but once they're in, they're pretty good. The other hand. Now, right off the bat, they feel a little bit lighter than normal Legos, if that makes any sense. Like, they feel a little frail. The legs are a little loose. You could just move them without any, basically resistance. Jetpack has some, mold and crap on there. Just rip that off and throw it out later. Don't tell me it doesn't want to fit. There we go. Got to jam it in there. We'll take, not Jango's head. Stick it on. Look at his helmet. Oh my god, his helmet doesn't want to go on. Well, you get what you pay for, right? There we go. Oh, wow. Had to use a lot of force to get that on there. Oh, got an extra hand. We have his scanner. Let me get that on there. Jeez, doesn't want to go in. There we go. Oops, guess not. Get what you pay for, right, everybody? There we go. And he also does come with two little pistols. Laser pistols. A little tough to get in his hands. Yeah, it may feel a little loose, but it doesn't look too bad in my opinion. So now let me assemble all the rest. Besides the Jango Fett head, we also get two other versions that come with these figures. First is a generic face. And then we get this creepy Clone Wars version, which the paint doesn't really seem very bright here. It seems like the opacity's off, and it's sort of translucent. So up first, we have Sabine Wren, Spectre 5 for all you Star Wars Rebel fans out there. Now I have to admit, the paint is alright, but it could have been so much better. In the show, the character had such beautiful armor, and it's not really shown here. Also, she only comes with one blaster instead of two like in the show. Now looking here, trying to take the helmet off, it is so tight. I ended up having to boil this in hot water to get it loose enough. So here we go again. I'm going to take off the helmet, and as you can see, we have two faces on the head, and that's really cool. And now I'll show you the hair. I'm not really a fan of this hairdo. I think I'm just going to show her off with the helmet on, but that's just my opinion. Up next, we have a Super Commando, part of the Shadow Collective, if you will. And I really like this guy. I like the red and the black and the dark gray. Love the chest armor and the two weapons. Pretty cool, and I like that nice artwork on its helmet. Very nice in my opinion. I like this one quite a bit. Up next, we have what I believe is Pre Vizsla, and I really like this minifigure. The jetpack, the nice cloth cape, and also the black darksaber. It looks very nice. Cool printing on there as well, and you have that cool Death Watch symbol right on its helmet. Very nice. For the next figure, we have what I believe is the Armorer from the Mandalorian. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below, but the paint on here is very nice. However, the helmet paint is a little bit off.
One thing I do have to say is the joint in between the torso and the legs is very weak. Like if I keep tapping this, the legs just fall off. Ugh.
Next one up is Ahsoka Tano from Rebels. Comes with two lightsabers that are blue, and they're curved. I don't know if they're supposed to be Ventress's or Dooku's designs, but I kind of dig them. The paint is a little bit sloppy here and there, but I will admit, I do like this one the best out of the whole lot.
Now, out of all the minifigures I had today, I think my favorite might be Ahsoka. I never had an Ahsoka Lego minifigure, and, well, technically I still don't. But this isn't too bad. Some nice paint applications. On her head, the paint's a little iffy. You can see her little piece there is a little off. But very nice nonetheless. You can see this little smudge there. You get what you pay for, people, right? But anywho, we have our two lightsabers, which look to be replicas of Ventress's. So that's pretty interesting. And what I like about this one is, like most of the new Lego minifigures, it does feature a double printed head. So I guess that's pretty cool. But besides that, it's not really anything to talk about for the most part. It's just a rip-off Ahsoka Tano. A nice place filler till I find a real one.
Then the next couple of Mandalorians we see before us are all basically the same model, just different paint. This one before us is the green and brown deco version. At first I really liked it. The paint on the body is very nice, but the paint on the helmet is off and it makes it look a little odd.
So here we have one of the Mandalorians, and the paint application on here for the main body is amazing. You can see it on the arms, looking good. Pretty nice. Raising them up. You can see underneath. All around the legs are painted, which is pretty cool. For this side, we have the Mandalorian symbol. More armor coming down. Raising that up. Again, detailed at the legs. That's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Then we have the main body with the chest armor. Looking good. Now the helmets, if you're looking directly at it, I always think that it should look like Jango Fett's, where it looks like it's looking right back at you. But with this, because they painted the top here, it always looks like it's about to come at you like it's flying. See what I'm trying to say? I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. But besides the helmet, I don't know, I kind of dig it. Of course, it feels a little different than a real Lego, but it's not too bad. I love the jetpack. These actually come apart. You can see how they peg in there, and I do like that. I think that's really neat. I don't know. Besides the helmet, not too bad.
Moving on from there, we have a Mandalorian with a tan paint deco, and this one I really enjoy as well. It does suffer the same problem as the last one with the paint on the helmet visor. It just looks weird to me.
Then we have the white deco Mandalorian, which I like the paint detail on the body. You could see all the details with the black paint, but it suffers from that weird helmet design with the extra black where the visor is. I really don't like it that much. And finally, we have Jango Fett. Now, besides the little paint mishap in the front of the helmet, it's really a good figure. But having said that, where the hell did his target finder go? Well, to be honest, it didn't fit right in the helmet anyway, so good riddance.
Now, one cool aspect is each one of these minifigures comes with a base plate, very similar to the blind bag Lego minifigures. However, as cool as it looks, once you get to the edges and the bottom, it is very rough, like they just pushed it out of a mold and then, you're on your own. So I had to take a little X-Acto knife and cut some of these, just so they could lay flat. What's up with that?
So with all of the issues with these minifigures, I can't say I'm really shocked. But last year, I ordered some Avengers pieces, and they turned out great. Tight articulation, and the paint application was beautiful. And now here we have the real Mandalorian minifigures by Lego. Beautifully painted, clean, tight joints, and they feel right. The plastic is a way better quality in my opinion. And that does it today for this quick video showcasing some knockoff Star Wars figures from China. So what can I say? If you're a collector, I do not really recommend these at all. They're made out of inferior plastics. They just feel off. It's hard to explain. I guess they feel lighter, they feel more brittle, if that makes any sense. For the paint, there's mishaps everywhere, and I don't really know what the paint's made out of. It could be lead, so if you have small kids, keep these away from them just in case, because if they put lead paint in their mouth, you might end up with problems. Better safe than sorry. And lastly, there's weak connective points. As we saw, they fall apart, or they're super tight and you can't get the helmets off, or different pieces, so that's all I really have to say about that. However, if you want to, quick build an army of different Mandalorians, then this is your ticket here. Go on eBay and grab a whole bunch of different paint schemes, or just get the bodies and paint them yourself. I think that would be kind of cool. But for me personally, I think they're just placeholders for now, until I could find some real ones to replace them with. So that's everything I have to say today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. If you'd like to see new reviews every Thursday, subscribe. Again, thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my content. I greatly appreciate it, and I hope to see you next time. Bye, everybody.